just a quick thing here. I've got a kind of battle scenario set up. Over on this side, there's just a few Imperial Guard. Layman Russ, this is really tough tank, especially on the front armor. A transport, which is pretty weak aside from the front's kind of medium armor. And you've got just a pretty weak infantry squad here. But Imperial Guard, a lot of strength in their tanks, and a lot of strength in the special weapons and heavy weapons in their infantry. So I've got this ruler out here. This is 12 inches. 12 inches is the usual threat range for a lot of armies. 12 inches is how far you can move and then assault. 12 inches is how far you can rapid fire. So some of the rapid fire armies, their threat range might be 18 because they can move and then rapid fire. Some of the assault might be 18 because they can move, fleet, and assault. But this is a general threat range. You're doing a little bit of damage. Imperial Guard can do a lot of damage outside of this range, but once you get into this distance, all hell breaks loose and you're going to lose a lot of guys. So threat range is definitely something to be aware of when you're playing an army or picking an army. The Dark Eldar are no exception. Their threat range is, for the most part, 12 inches. The transports are open top, though, so everything can shoot out of the top of it, which means a few different things for you if you're playing Dark Eldar. The Dark Eldar, like a standard warrior, its real threat range is 12 inches. A witch is like Lilith. Threat range, is meant for assault. You're trying to get in combat. Move 6, assault 6. The whole Dark Eldar Codex, though, for the most part, has fleet. So you can move 6, you can fleet up to 6 inches, and then you can assault 6. That right there makes your threat range 18 inches, which is better than a lot of armies. On top of that, you can disembark out of open-top vehicles and still assault. So basically, the Dark Eldar really excel in staying back, shooting some heavy weapons, that kind of stuff. And once they get close enough, they basically can go farther than 2 times most armies' threat ranges in one turn and deliver their damage. So most armies will have to come up to this line and probably walk through it for 1 turn of getting blasted before they can, do a good return fire or get into the assault. The Dark Eldar can be hanging back, way back here somewhere, and come up, make the attack, disembark the guys, assault, or fly forward and shoot, and they don't have to spend a turn in this basically fire line. They don't have to spend a turn in here before they do their damage. On the flip side, though, as I mentioned earlier, any heavy weapons, even random stray shots coming from beyond that 12 inches, is going to down a lot of stuff. So you're going to lose a lot of stuff before you get there, but a typical assault unit in the Dark Eldar, you can start it actually sideways. Pivoting will gain you about 2 to 3 inches on occasion. You can move 12 inches. You can actually disembark the guys about 3 inches away from it. They can fleet then up to 6 inches, and then they can assault another 6, which gives them a threat range of about 30 inches for a Dark Eldar assault unit, which is pretty hard to deal with, especially when you have about 10 of these flying around, because Dark Eldar have so many units. Their stuff costs so little because they die extremely quickly. So that's basically the assaulting part of a Dark Eldar army. Now, as I was talking about earlier, this gun here, extremely powerful, and you can get a lot of them. A lot of short-range ones and a lot of these long-range ones. Now, that was the Dark Eldar assaulting. The Dark Eldar shooting, they can move forward about 6 inches. Everything inside can still fire, which gives them a threat range of about 18 inches. The weapon on top, though, this is a thing. This is an extremely expensive, heavy, hard-to-kill, powerful tank. This is a medium armor transport. As far as the Dark Eldar weaponry is concerned, for the most part, things like these will be exactly the same. If you have an army of heavy tanks, it'll go down just as quick as an army of transports. So that's kind of the general overview of the Dark Eldar. They're quick, they're fragile, they're very powerful in assault and shooting, and they are crazy space pirates that torture people from the future. And yeah, that's basically it. I got some more videos coming up in the future, so if you have any questions about tactics, that kind of stuff, hopefully I will have a video out for the next few days.